and he's still living, and he's up in Dunmore.
Right.
And the mafia's the mafia, but you
Right.
better not call the mafia. They're
Oh.
the big boys.
Yeah. Mum's the word.
So
I think they're fixing water pipes up here.
sir, the water came down from the mountain. There were only 3 houses. I'm 82 years old,
Really?
and Caesar, the bitch, is not in business anymore. Oh, he's worse than a son of a bitch. And that house over there, and you know you heard about the little child that fell out of the window?
Yeah, that's sad, isn't it?
My church is St. John's Byzantine, and for $30, the building, you could not go to St. Anne Basilica. That was to be named St. Andrew.
Right.
See, we're in icons, and my daughter's that sign that's on that post is hers. Her work. And right now, that water that came down from the mountain, the lady that had the house up there, we had to carry the vegetables.
It's a long way.
Kaiser Avenue and St. George's Church. My church is St. John the Baptist down Broadway and 4th, and Holy Cross is up about a block right up from there.
Yeah.
But for $30, two drug addicts. But I was told, because this tree, we did all the work. My husband was in the plumbing heating business, and the inspector was here. At that house across the street, 1509.
Yeah.
See, that was a vacant lot. And the one next door, they're all Irish and Italian. I have an Italian name, so they think I'm Italian. I'm not Italian. My husband was, but 10th Avenue.
See that place right there? That gray one?
Yeah.
What? Did that used to be a store or something years ago?
They're all related. Years ago, I'm from St. Anne Street, and we were making mud pies because the ground had opened up. We were only 5 or 7 years old, at the time. And the ground opens up because what's going on right now, and this here monkey, did you hear of Savage and Donald Trump?
Yeah. He owns most of New York, doesn't he?
What he owns? But he was just talking about this guy that had a monkey, and he liked the monkey. But he was just this is going back years. I don't know how old you guys, it doesn't matter how old you are, but your parents, and was your dad in Austria-Hungary, the veterans?
He was from Budapest.
No, sir. Was he in the I get the Slovak paper. I'm an interpreter.
Right.
I could speak, but I cannot read or write. But the 7 Irish priests, when we went there, they called it the Velvet Divorce. And I got a phone call from a cousin of mine. I was her bridesmaid, for her wedding, and her dad worked the railroad, but all our parents came, most of them, not all. Where are your parents now?
Well, my mother passed away, but my father, he used to live in Perth Amboy, New Jersey. So he came across.
No, when my father didn't know his dad, but his father's father, and in the computer you put in. You guys could do it, and being I know who you are now, but you don't know no more than I knew about my parents.
Yeah.
My father's father, my daughter, worked for Graphic Arts, and she put the last name in the computer, and he discovered, but was murdered by the bitch. You heard of the laser treatment now? Do you know, did you hear about the young girl that was doing sports or whatever she was in, and the guy did the laser, and the latest things, if you listen to WILK.
Oh, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, if you get that telephone.
The only one I don't like is Corbett. I don't like Corbett.
You know why?
Because he's a liberal.
Whatever title, they could give you any kind of a title. They could shove it you know where.
Yeah.
Because you know what? If you, I can't tell you and you can't tell me, but right now where that sign is and that building there, they were selling antiques. And see that house over there and the yellow fence? That,
Yeah.
I mean the white fence. That girl, I lost my voice because the water's contaminated. The bitch that came to my house, I have all the papers, all the receipts. And he said, you're not safe here. But he was a son of a bitch of a big boy, and I didn't know, because on my refrigerator I have a name, a number rather, to call. And I was taken out of my home bodily, no shoes, for 2 years. You heard of Lake Scranton?
Yeah. That's where we got our water from.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, did they, how come they didn't mention the girl that they found dead?
Recently?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
See, I have all my receipts, and they took me out for 2 years, but all my bills I had to keep up here. And my husband was in the plumbing heating business, but he was in Korea. But we worked on 7th Avenue and St. Lucy's Church, across the street on the corner in Catalanos. You heard of that
Oh,
pizza
yeah.
place? How long are you here? And how did you get here? Then I could tell you something.
Well, I went to college in the 80s.
But which one?
Baptist Bible College.
Well, that's where my church is St. John the Baptist and the New Veterans Hospital. Were you in service?
Yeah, I was in the Marine Corps.
Where?
In the Marine Corps.
I can't hear you.
The Marines.
You were in the Marines?
Yeah.
Well, if your family and you were in the Marines, you're entitled to a pension, but you don't know it, do you?
No, I just keep working for a living.
It is. That's not the point. The point is you don't know what you're entitled to. You're working for these guys, and these guys are, you know who they are. The loose monkey, the guy. Savage said it.
Michael Savage? I like him.
Trump. I have, Ivana Trump.
Oh, yeah. We were on a plane with her once.
Pardon?
One time we were on a plane with her.
I have her photo, in her younger years, like all of us, you're young and foolish, you date, right, or whatever, but you don't know. And when it happened, she was pregnant. And what happened,
Well, listen,
they
we
said
have
her
to...
baby died.
Oh, that's a
The
shame.
doctor, the bitch doctor, from A to Z.
Yeah.
And 20 years later, she finds out he's still living. So my niece, I have her picture. My priestess from St. Mary's and the new veterans and that state hospital. That's where my children, I went out to Jersey for 10 years because my husband was in Korea,
Yeah.
and my mom did not come through Ellis Island. She came through Antwerp, Belgium, and she made out her will. And at the end of this side of the street, the company houses, my dad was a miner, never sick a day in his life, and there's only 4 blocks of St. Anne's Street. But if you were in the service, they don't want you to know. You don't know what you have coming, but all you have to do, because the fire inspector chief stopped. My brother is going to bring my order. I can't bend either knee. And Caesar, the son of a bitch, is out of business. And my doctor, Sebastianelli, there's 2 brothers that I'm going to him for 30 years. And then the beautician said to me, "Oh, we're moving across the street. You want to come?" And she said, if anybody comes in, and the people that were coming in had a lot of tattoos and whatever, and we have to call security. So the man is standing here. I said, my brother's going to bring my order. This is yesterday.
Well, listen, you better get inside and have a sit
No,
down.
I have to wait for the inspector because there's not going to be any water.
Oh,
See what happened. What's here and what's there. On that side, my godmother, her son was a major general, but the water that came down from the mountain, they don't want you to know that it's contaminated, but now you could sue. But if you were in the Marines, you are entitled, well, I have the papers in the house. I can't give them to anybody because there's certain numbers that you can call for free information, you know. But if you're here tomorrow, I could show you the picture of my niece.
okay.
My niece was a nurse. You heard about, have you been to the casino, Mount Airy Lodge?
No, I haven't.
You better get up there because those are our people. The name is Martins.
Okay.
And the man that's going to do my yard work, he does the work over there at that new home. That man sells Subarus. I don't know. I don't know if he's Jewish or Italian, but brain tumor from that contaminated water. They don't want you to know, but if you're listening to Savage, you know what I'm talking about. I didn't know where you guys are from. The thing is, you could sue now, and there's a number. You don't have to do anything. Everything is in the computer. So right now, they just stabbed the latest priest from St. Anne's. But the bitch broke into my home. Did you see that house in the back of?
The one that's on fire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that bitch?
Oh,
the
no.
whole family. See where those guys are?
Yeah.
Right there. That first hotel was Carney's. They were all nice, you know, respectable places, and they passed away. A new takeover, but they're bringing them all from Jersey because of Mello. The people that came under my door that wanted some plumbing work for my husband because they knew him. The first lady had her hair done. That was a beauty shop there. She said if I had a gun, I'd shoot this son of a bitch. And I said, oh, come on in and have a cup of coffee. I didn't know who the heck I didn't even know who she was. But the three guys that now with Mello and the mafia, that Corbett, he better watch himself.
Yeah.
You know why?
He's making enemies.
No. He's going to Ireland. And I went in the 20s, they got their velvet divorce. Somebody canceled their trip. And Andrew Gimp is Slovak. And I said, my mom passed away and I have to bury my cousin. He was a chef, but he couldn't speak English. He was a chef here. And they started a cooking class in the Globe store. There was only two, the Scranton Dry and the Globe. And I was going there. And in the cathedral, my husband was living at that time. I have all photos of us leaving, but a lot of the people from Hazleton, all over. So right now, what they're doing is they're ratting on one another. But that bitch in the back, the first hotel here, what are they drilling there?
They're fixing water pipes.
Oh no, this is water right here.
Yeah.
No, they just took that thing out right where you're at. My meter is over there. My husband was in the plumbing heating business, and I'm supposed to get the order, my food order.
Well, listen, we have to go to work. It's good talking
You go
to you.
work.
Okay.
You go to work, and if you're a Marine, see, I only have 3 papers, and I have to keep them because my friend lives in that first hotel. And between the prostitution and the bitch, well, I don't. Where do you guys live?
Well, he lives here next door to you.
This is original Russian Orthodox Church is up there, up the hill. I owned a home. The church, I was monkeying around here. My hands are always in the soil because I'm a farmer. And when you mention Baptist Bible, a man crossed the street. He said, "You remind me of my mother." He said, "I go to that church." I said, "Oh, do you?" I said, "I know people who go there." And it burned down because it was